Hello, clever people, and welcome to my very quick review of Miracles from Heaven. Now, Miracles from Heaven is about a girl who gets a medical issue, and it's about her family trying to cope with that medical issue. Now, originally, I was not looking forward to this movie at all. I thought the trailers were horrendous and atrocious and terrible, and I was absolutely not looking forward to going into this movie. I saw it because I have Movie Pass, so why not? So I went in, expectations as low to the floor as you could be. It had like 53% Rotten Tomatoes, but so did The Young Messiah and so did Risen, and I disliked both those movies, so I just wasn't expecting much. And I liked it. I didn't love it, but I thought that it was a good, decent movie. I was heavily surprised. Now, let me start. The acting is pretty good, especially, Jennifer Garner does pretty well, but the entire ensemble is pretty good, especially, I think that Queen Latifah did actually great for her role. I just thought it would be, Queen Latifah just phoning it in, but she was actually pretty good. There are some scenes where the acting gets a little bit cheesy, but for the most part, it's good. There are a lot of darker scenes that, because from the trailers I got the idea that it was going to be a super light tone, but there are some really dark scenes in this movie that I think work really well with the tone of the movie, but also really well as their own individual scenes. I think it's just an enjoyable movie. There's a subplot with the older girl, very brief, there's only like one scene on it, but it's a pretty good subplot. And you care for most of the characters. That's something that I really liked about it. You related to the characters, and you felt for them. You felt with their struggle and the stuff that they were going through, having issues with the family. And there's one twist at the end with a character named Haley that just comes out of nowhere, but it works perfectly, and it really, touched the heartstrings. It's a decent movie. Now, however, there are a lot of bad things about it. It's really cliche. It's predictable to an insane degree. You're like, yeah, this is gonna happen, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this. That's exactly what happens. It's heavily predictable. The writing's terrible. It doesn't make time go by the way it should. And what I mean by that, it's a fast-moving movie, but they go like 6 months into the future, and it feels like that, and you're like, okay, and it doesn't go by. They don't have a lot of it, but they have some song choices in it that are truly terrible. They don't fit naturally with the movie, and they don't fit naturally with any of the scenes. Sometimes the tone is a bit inconsistent. Not really with the darker scenes, but sometimes I sort of felt like, it's trying to be kind of dark in a light scene, which sounds strange, but the tone was uneven. The entire film is spoiled in the trailers. Literally every single plot point. I thought, okay, maybe they won't spoil everything. Maybe there was no, literally the entire movie. And I think I would have liked this movie a lot more if they wouldn't have spoiled the main thing at the end, which, spoiler, skip 10 seconds, which is that the main girl falls to the tree and survives because of it. I wish that they didn't spoil that. The end is very preachy. It's incredibly preachy. Besides that, most of the film isn't preachy, but the ending, incredibly preachy. And, the ending, the very final ending, like the last 2 minutes, feels like a PowerPoint that a 6th grader made in class after they finished a project. It's absolutely terrible. Not only is it cheesy, it's horribly made. I absolutely just hated it. And also, Queen Latifah, I said that she was really good in it, and she is great, but she's in it for about 10 minutes, and I don't know why she was marketed heavily, and I think that's a lot where the movie struggled with its marketing. But overall, Miracles from Heaven is a good film. All of it's spoiled in the trailer. If you saw the trailer, you saw the movie, but it's got some decent acting, some really good, darker scenes, and it's just an enjoyable movie. I give Miracles from Heaven a 6 out of 10. I'm Robert Burke, and this has been The Clever Critics. Goodbye.